Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review, and our final review of the week. Guys, gasp, gasp, gasp. A lot for us to discuss. So as I usually always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. We love having you here, and we also love a cheeky chin wag, darling. Also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also my Twitter and Snapchat at SarahDestinyX. And number three, please get cozy and comfy with a lovely drink and some snacks, possibly your fan, because it is absolutely scorching, babes. And let's get into today's review. So let us quickly start off with the aftermath of yesterday, with Yaz obviously talking to the villa about how Ben is literally a weirdo. He tried to say that we were all irrelevant. Ben now saying, oh yeah, go talk to your friends, all of you are irrelevant, all of you are nobodies. And honestly speaking, it's definitely given, and I said it in my review yesterday, it's given lack of self-awareness. Does Ben know he's villa furniture? Like, the girlies that you're saying aren't this, are the people that people are even speaking about. No one is checking for Ben in this villa. No one's checking for Ben online. No one is checking for Ben, point blank, period. It's given lack of self-awareness, even down to the fact that even Remell London had to tell him to stop talking. He was like, oh, all of them are nobodies. All of them are this. This is the most we've heard Ben speak in 3 weeks. And you're talking about everyone being nobodies. Yeah, interesting. Of course, you know that Giorgio Armani was obviously talking to Tommy about Helena, and Helena was also talking to Harry about how them not being friends is really messing with her. Seeing him with Shakira is making her feel some type of way. She still really has feelings for him, etc., etc. I said this since the season started, and I'm going to say it again. I find Helena very boring. Let me know if you find her boring as well. I'm sinking in my beanbag, but yeah, I find Helena to be very boring. I really don't get anything from her, and I still stand by what I said, which we're going to get into later on anyway, because, you know, she ends up calling it quits with Giorgio Armani. She didn't really like him. I mean, I already said this anyway. I feel like she tried to bring him back to get back at Harry and to kind of show that she's moved on, but she hadn't really moved on. So honestly, it was a waste of time, okay? It definitely was a waste of time. And she was even low-key begging Harry to like leave Shakira, because she was just like, you know, seeing you, Shakira, is a bit hard, but I just want us to go back to what we were before. That babe is a weirdo. All of their friends, Helena, Meg, Megan, and Emily, okay? And I'm gonna tear that singlet later on in today's review. Okay, so quickly moving on to Tommy talking to Emily about someone carrying themselves really well and the fact that she is his type. I do feel like if Tommy and Emily do couple up together, then they are 100% gonna make it to the finals. Fiat 500 love this type of storyline, okay? They love it. The rejects coming together, okay? But I feel like Emily doesn't have any other options in the villa right now, and Tommy also doesn't as well. So they're definitely going to explore that. I don't care for Tommy and Emily as a couple personally. If you do, let me know, but for me, I don't really care. Now let's move on to the girls obviously talking to Helena about Remell London, and obviously she was saying that, you know, she never even gave me an apology. He never, sorry, gave me an apology. Toni was obviously now spilling the beans because Harrison spilled the tea on Harrison. You wait there. You wait right there, because we're going to get to you in a couple of minutes, okay? But of course, on their date, Harrison was letting Toni know the fact that Remell London was like, oh, if I'd known that Helena was going to act like this, I would have brought Poppy back. If you watched my review yesterday, you know exactly how I feel about that whole situation. That guy is a top weirdo, okay? He is a top weirdo. He's a top gaslighter. He doesn't know how to apologize, and he is led, sorry, by his sexual desires, which is absolutely insane to me as a man. Like, how embarrassing. And even the rant he went on about, oh, if she's gonna have to pray for a miracle for me to chat to her again. Why are you acting like you're the victim in this situation when you're the one that done wrong? I'm glad that Helena stood on business, and she even said it as well. That is him in the what? In the bin. Shout out to our good sis Nicole. I hope you're tuning into Nicole's reviews as well, by the way. TTT, I hope you are. Now, of course, nighttime, not much to discuss other than the fact that Helena obviously said she's sleeping in the bed with Remell, but it means absolutely nothing. And Shakira and Harry were smooching, and Harrison and Toni were also smooching. Now, let's move on to the following day. So, starting off with Dee, obviously, Dee was asking Helena in the bed, like, oh, Helena, how did you sleep? Sis had the straight. She literally had the straightest face, and that's one thing I love about Helena. Helena stands on business. There are some girls who don't stand on business, but Helena stands on business. She said he's going where? In the bin, and he's staying where? In the bin. Now, of course, you know that Helena now ended up pulling Harrison for a chat and asked about his date and all of the different stuff, and obviously made it clear to him that she is going to be ending things with Giorgio Armani. Now, I've got two things to say regarding the situation. Number one, why are you telling Harrison that you're ending things with Giorgio Armani? Low-key isn't his business. They're not besties. But also number two, she is actually an Agbaya because she is 29 and Harrison is 22. You are flirting with a guy 7 years your junior. I know everyone always says, you know, love has no this, love has no that. But no, I need Helena to I need Harrison to be so serious and leave this big mummy alone. Because, and I'm not even saying it because like Helena's old or anything. No, I'm not saying it like that. What I'm saying is she needs to just be so serious, because this whole storyline is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. He even lives in Miami, and even Toni pointed that out later on, which we're going to get into as well. He lives in Miami. What do you think is going to yield from this? It's given a distraction because you don't have any options in the villa, and the one option you have, which is Harry, doesn't want to give you any screen time, any time whatsoever, because he's very much happy with Shakira. Now, of course, at the same time, Toni was talking to Shakira about him, and Shakira was just letting her know, listen, I know that you like him, but I just want to let you know, clearly he also has eyes for somebody else. Do not allow your own heart to be broken because of this guy. Now, of course, what was really weird was now Harris and I ended up pulling Toni for a chat, and Toni was just like, you know, what exactly was that conversation with Helena about? You know, spill the tea. I need to know, sis. Yeah, sis, for real. Yeah, I need to know. Okay? Spill the tea, sis, because what exactly is going on? He was like, oh yeah, you know, she asked about our date and everything like that. And then Toni was just like, okay, well, Shakira told me that, you know, you really like her, and it's getting to my head, Now, I'll be honest with you, in that situation, I don't know why Toni told Harrison what Shakira had told her. If it's getting into your head, just say it's getting into your head. Like, your friend gave you advice because she cares about you. I didn't feel like she needed to express that to Harrison. Or even if she was going to express that to Harrison, I don't feel like she should have said, oh, Shakira told me X, Y, Z, so I just want to let you know that my head is scrambled because Shakira told me. Like, I didn't really understand the correlation between her telling Harrison that Shakira was the reason behind these thoughts. And of course now Harrison now decided to pull Shakira for a chat, and was just like, Shakira, maybe it's because of the scenes, I don't know, maybe they are actually really good friends in the villa, so they feel like they can have those conversations. But if I give my friend advice about you, don't pull me for a chat to try and understand why I gave her that advice. You're not my friend. Like, on a serious note, I didn't really, when Harris was like, oh, did she really say that? I'm gonna go pull her for a chat. There's nothing to be discussed. I gave my friend advice because I love her, and I feel like she needs to know that you don't just have eyes for her, you also have eyes for other people in the villa. So that was actually quite interesting. But we know that conversation foreshadows something that takes place later on in the episode. Now, quickly moving on to the nighttime. Of course, Helena went to go and pull Giorgio Armani for a chat, and she pretty much said that, you know, the sparks haven't really been there for her and that she was ending things. No surprise there. Everything that I said from the sleepover situation still stands. She never really liked that guy. She tried to use him as a way to get back to Harry, and unfortunately, Harry didn't flinch the way she wanted him to. Now, of course, Harris and I ended up pulling Helena for a chat in the hideaway, and I'm just going to say what I said before, okay? They're both very unserious because that situation is not working. That situation is not working. First things first, have they age checked Harrison? Because that guy is looking all 16 years and one. Okay? But second of all, even the flirt, everything is just awkward. It's literally giving big mummy. Like, I just feel like, maybe because I feel like Helena naturally is just a very stale character. She doesn't give me much. She's very flat. She's very monotone. I don't really see much going on with her as an individual anyway. Then for her and Harrison to be in this mix, I need them to really wrap up this storyline by Sunday. By Sunday, 9:30 p.m. max. I want 30 minutes of it on Sunday, and that is it, because I do not see this working whatsoever. At the same time, Toni was obviously like, you know, if they kiss, then 100%, like, it's done. Like, what's actually she doing with him? There's a 7-year she kept re-emphasizing the fact that there's a 7-year age difference. But yeah, for real, there is a 7-year age gap between you, man. Why are you guys wasting our time with this storyline, please? You guys are actually wasting our time. You're wasting our time. You're feeding into this 1 hour that we get. And obviously Toni was once again saying that she's weird, she's really weird, she's odd, just saying all these different things. Now, at the same time, Meg was sitting with Dejon, Emily, and I think, was Connor there? I don't remember. Someone else was there, right? And she was just like, oh, if she continues talking, I'm going to have to say something. I'm going to have to say something. And I was just thinking, you guys already know how I feel about Meg. I don't care if Shea Butter, what's it called, described as fiery. I find her very, very, very annoying. And I think she has a potty mouth. I think that whole friendship group itself, they're all just weird. I think they're actually all very strange. And this is why I said Emily as well, like, wow, out of all the girls in the villa, this is the friendship group you wanted to be a part of. And now, unfortunately, their characteristics are also rubbing off on you, in case you don't know. Now, of course, Helena and Harrison, of course, ended up having multiple kisses. And I just thought, to think that I actually voted... Guys, you guys watched my review yesterday, right? Or so I hope you did. To think I voted for Harrison, what a waste of a vote. What a waste. of a vote because he's doing way too much. Helena's also doing way too much. And the thing is like, I know that everyone always says, you know, but they're open, everyone can explore. Yes, I understand that, guys, everyone can explore. But you literally, like, from my understanding, Harrison and Toni have been in an amazing place. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys, because it's only today in today's episode that I found out that Harrison isn't really feeling Toni the way that we've all thought, right? But also with that, I feel like Helena's been moving really weird regarding the entire situation. And on top of that, he is 7 years your junior. I'm sorry, guys. I know love can come in different ages, colors, sizes, races, whatever, but 7 years your junior in the Love Island villa, that needs to be studied. Okay, that actually needs to be studied. They now of course end up leaving the hideaway, and Harrison tells the guys that, you know, like, it's over, he's kind of like over Toni, like he doesn't really know where his head is at, but wow, like that was the best kiss that he's had in this villa. And of course Helena was now telling Dejon, Meg and Emily that yeah, he's not really feeling things with Toni, he's not really feeling things with Toni. Toni now calls Harrison for a chat because I need to know what the heliante is going on. Yeah, you guys need to actually let me know what is going on. So she pulls Harrison for a chat around the fire pit, and he's like, oh yeah, we kissed. And she was like, but we literally just went on a date and you literally said that date was amazing. Then she was like, yeah, and she's weird because she was so happy for me when I said that the date was great. She knows that I like you, blah 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 blah. And he was just like, oh, it's not her, like, it's me. It's first and foremost, it's both of you. Okay, I understand that you have a part to play, I understand she has a part to play, but I'm gonna actually speak about both of you because we went on a date and it was allegedly great, and she also was happy for me at the fact that I went on a date with you because she knows that I like you. So what's not clicking? What's actually not clicking? At the same time, Toni kept saying, you know, Helena's a weirdo, Helena's a weirdo. And then the girls chimed in, you know, Meg, Megan, Emily, as they do, were chiming in like, oh, when Toni now left Harrison, she was like, oh yeah, go walk off. Shakira now followed her. Yeah, look at them walking off. Look at them walking off and then let them walking off and they walk, their catwalk. I need all 4 of those girls gone. You guys think I'm joking? I'm not joking. One by one, episode after episode, them and their wedges. Okay? I need every single... Those girls are mean girls. I don't care what anyone says. They are mean and they're very bitter. And I don't understand why they are just so... Because even Helena was just like, I ain't going to say nothing to her. I was like, why are they like that? Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, look at them walk. Look at their little catwalk. Who says things like that? Who actually says things like that? She's upset. Yeah, she's going to want to walk away to ensure that she de-escalates the situation, and also she can control her emotions out of the environment that is triggering her. And you guys are saying, yeah, go and de-escalate catwalk. I need all 4 of them gone. You guys think I'm joking? That friendship group sucks. They actually suck. Of course, after Toni had calmed down, she now ended up pulling Helena for a chat. And it actually made me laugh. She was just like, come on then. She didn't even say, she was like, come on then. Yeah, like, let's go have a conversation. And she pretty much was just like, if someone else did this to you, why would you do this to me? Because someone else did do this to Helena, so why would you do it to me? Helena was just like, oh, but it's not my fault though, like, but he took me to the hideaway. But you went and you sat there and you spoke and you kissed and you flirted and you kissed. So you keep saying, but it wasn't me. But it was, because they didn't drag you there under duress. You got up and you also walked there too. So instead of you trying to deflect, why not just own up to the situation and also own up to what you've done? Like, you keep saying, yeah, but he took me there. Yeah, but he couldn't kiss himself. He kissed somebody. And you just happened to be the person who he kissed. So even Toni was just like, do you honestly think this is gonna work? He's 7 years younger than you. You live in the UK. He lives in Miami. Or she was just like, honestly, I didn't even think about that. It was just a kiss. Yeah, we can tell you didn't think. We can tell you didn't think, Helena. And I just felt like, even Meg was talking to the other girls. She was just like, Helena, you know, Helena, she doesn't argue. She's gonna give you flat answers until you stop talking to yourself. I don't care if that is her personality. She is boring and she is very rude. She's very rude and she needs to actually allow it. Like, be so serious. You keep saying it's not my fault that he took me. Be serious, okay? Be so serious. As it, like, oh, guys, just be so... I hate it when people play dumb when when the brain upstairs is working but you're choosing to switch it off. That is such a pet peeve of mine, and Helena was literally playing dumb. Now, of course, Shakira now decided to pull Harrison for a chat, and she was just like, bro, what the heck is that? You literally spoke to me earlier about the situation. I spoke to you. I told you, don't break this girl's heart. She really liked... She was like, oh, I didn't know Toni liked me. When Harrison said that, I just said, wow, I really wasted my vote yesterday. You didn't know that Toni liked you, Harrison. What a cop out. What a comment. What an excuse. You didn't know that Toni liked you. That doesn't even make any sense whatsoever. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I wasted my vote on this guy. I actually can't believe I wasted my vote. Obviously, Harrison was like, obviously, yeah, I didn't know. And then at the same time, the mean girls, aka all of them, Meg was just like, why is she always getting involved? She's always getting involved in other people's business. You guys stay getting involved in other people's business, but the lack of self-awareness runs so deep that you can't even realize it when you're doing it to other people. Of course, Helena as well, which was really weird. She made a really weird comment and she was just like, yeah, they're going off for a talk. It's just a 22-year-old thing. But you kissed that 22-year-old. You kissed that 22-year-old, babe. It's not adding up and it's also not making sense. Anyway, mid-argument, you guys know they ended up getting a text that it was time for them to gather around the fire pit because the public had been voting for their favourite couples, or not favourite couples, their favourite islanders, and those with the lowest votes, I said votes, those with the lowest votes risk being dumped from the villa. Now we found out that the 3 boys who had the lowest votes were Ben, no surprise, Remell London, no surprise, Harry, was I surprised? Maybe. Yeah, out of all the guys there, maybe I wasn't surprised at Harry. So that, I guess that, I'm surprised people didn't vote Connor. I don't know. But Harry kind of, I was like, oh, Harry, okay. Well, it had to be 3 of the guys with the lowest votes. 3 girls with the lowest votes. Now, guys, I know we speak about who we vote for on this challenge, you know, on this channel, sorry. You know, we always have the conversations. I just want to find out who do you vote, You guys are wasting your votes. Yeah, I have to let you know you're wasting your votes. Toni, Shakira. They're so lucky they didn't say Helena because I actually would have just had to flog everyone watching. I'm joking, I love you. But Toni, Shakira and Megan, I said yes, yes and yes. Instantly, I said Remell London's going home and Megan is going home. And so it was, okay? Remell London dumped from the villa. It's even good. If he likes, he can catch Poppy at the airport. I'm sure her flight hasn't departed yet, okay? The Poppy you wanted to bring in, you can now go meet her outside. And Megan, wow, that really shocked me. I very, very, very much wonder if Connor is going to leave with her. But then again, out of the trio, Megan had to go regardless, guys. She had to go, right? But out of the trio, I do think Toni and Shakira, I'm not trying to be funny, it's given the votes were rigged. There's absolutely no way Toni and Shakira received the lowest votes. Is it just me? Let me know if you agree or disagree down below, but I don't understand how Toni and Shakira are in the bottom 3. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Remell was there holding his head like this. Meg quickly ran to Megan. I was giving her a hug. They need to go. Next needs to go as a guy, Ben. You've got to go. Next needs to go as the girlies, Meg. You've got to go. Emily, you have to go. Helena, you guys have to go. And Harrison, don't think we've forgotten about you. But yeah, guys, let me know how you found today's episode. This is the final review of the week. So we're going to be back on Sunday. And you guys know Sunday is a what? Sunday's a live, period. You guys already know. So we're going to go live on Sunday. There is going to be no review on Sunday. So please get your snacks. We're going to have a cheeky little chinwag on live. And I will post the details. To be honest, we go on live usually within like 10-15 minutes after the episode is aired anyway. But I will also post it on my Twitter and also on my community tab so that you can tune in on time and we can have a cheeky little chinwag together. But yeah, guys, it's been an amazing week. I want to thank you guys so much for your love and for your support. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and if you're joining the family, also be sure to follow me on my socials. But other than that, guys, I honestly want to thank you so much for your love and your support this week. Another week gone, another week down, and we go again on Sunday. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing weekend and I shall see you then. Bye.